question 19, paper 2, 2017 for Edexcel. So you can see the question on the screen. It says a triangle has vertices P, Q and R. The coordinates of P are -3, -6. The coordinates of Q are 1, 4. The coordinates of R are 5, -2. M is the midpoint of PQ and N is the midpoint of QR. Prove that MN is parallel to PR. So first of all, we're going to work out what these points actually are. Okay, they've given us them for a reason. So M is the midpoint of PQ. So we're going to do M is the midpoint of PQ. Well, we find a midpoint by adding them together and dividing by 2. So P and Q, so we've got -3 add 1 divided by 2 for the x coordinate, and -6 add 4 divided by 2 for the y coordinate. Okay, so -3 add 1 is -2, divided by 2 is -1, -6 add 4 is -2, divided by 2 is also -1. Now we're going to find N. You do this in exactly the same way for QR. So Q is 1, add 5 is R over 2, and their y coordinate 4, add -2, divided by 2. Okay, we can work that out. So 1 add 5 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. 4 add -2 is 2, divided by 2 is 1. So prove that MN is parallel to PR. So the way we prove that lines are parallel is we show that they've got the same gradient. So we're going to find the gradient between M and N and the gradient between P and R. So the gradient between M and N, so gradient of MN. So remember, we use y2 take y1 over x2 take x1. So my y coordinate, so this would be my x1, y1, x2, y2. So I've got 1 take -1 over x2 is 3 take -1. 1 minus -1 is 2. 3 minus -1 is 4. And that is the same as a half. Okay, so we've worked out the gradient of MN. The other part that we need to know the gradient of is PR. So I'm just going to make them a bit clearer. So P is -3, -6, so that's x1, y1, and R is the coordinate 5 -2, so that's x2, y2. Okay, it's going to be hard because we won't be able to see it that clearly, but gradient of PR is also y2 take y1 over x2 take x1. So my y2 is -2, take my y1 is -6, my x2 is 5, take x1 is -3. So I've got -2 take -6, we get 4. Okay, over 5 take -3 is 8, and we know that that simplifies down to a half. Okay, well, I wouldn't recommend just leaving your answer there. So you must show each stage of your work and you must prove it. So yes, you found the gradient, but you need a final sentence. So like, hence MN and PR are parallel because they have the same gradient.